And we have some big changes on the way by then, but up until then, we're going to be mild with multiple rain chances. And that starts today, moves in during your mid to late morning hours for central Kentucky through the afternoon for southeastern and eastern Kentucky. And it could be heavy at times with the heaviest rain falling across southern and southeastern Kentucky. A heavier round of rain, though, is on the way as you head into Saturday night, overnight Saturday and into Sunday. That could feature some storms as well. And then we're going to get a front moving through New Year's Eve, and that's going to drop our temperatures for New Year's Day. And we're likely to start 2025 on the colder end. That first weekend definitely looks colder. And then by the second week, the end of the second week, that's where we're really going to feel some cold air moving on in. By upper radar right now, mainly dry. We are starting to see some of that light rain pushing into western Kentucky right now, the Bowling Green area dealing with some lighter showers. Notice the heaviest of the rain is still to the south and the west of Nashville. This is moving off towards the north and the east and going to continue to do so. There is a severe weather threat, Mississippi into Alabama. That is obviously well south of us, but this moisture is going to be moving on into the area starting in a couple of hours. So Futurecast shows that moving in between around 9, 10 o'clock and noon for the I-75 corridor. It will be heavy at times. Watch what happens, though. This rain moves to the east by the later afternoon. We have some lighter showers here across the Bluegrass region, but southeastern Kentucky, you have that first wave and then likely a second wave of some moderate to briefly heavy rain that will be pushing on through those areas that will be experiencing that south and east of Richmond, south and east of Mount Vernon, and south and east of Mount Sterling. That's where we're going to see a ½ an inch to an inch, where here in Lexington, a ¼ an inch to a ½ an inch. Saturday, it's important. Most of the day looks dry outside of some light rain. It's Saturday night that we're going to see that next wave of some rain moving on in. This is a look at future rainfall totals with the first wave of the rain south and east of Lexington. ½ an inch to an inch, a little bit more possible in some isolated spots, and then upwards of ½ an inch for Lexington and surrounding areas, even less than that the further north that you go. Here's a look at that second system. This one's stronger and it's going to be bringing us some heavier rain. See that rain moving on in. This is 8, 9 o'clock, southern Kentucky dealing with that rain. Here in Lexington, it may not be until 9, 10 o'clock that we'll see that heavier rain and some storms moving on in. So if you have any late evening plans Saturday night, be prepared for that rain and some storms. The heaviest of the rain falls during the overnight hours. It'll also be a little bit windy. Notice how close this area low pressure will be on Sunday, and that eventually swings on through the area by Sunday night and into the day on Monday. Next rainfall for the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Notice that 2 to 3 inch amount possible there towards south central Kentucky. Here in Lexington, lesser amounts than that. We stay above average through New Year's Eve, but then that pattern flips New Year's Eve into New Year's Day as a cold front moves through. So Monday's going to be mild, low to mid 50s. Tuesday on New Year's Eve, here comes that front that swings on through, and then we get that colder air moving in on the backside of that system. And for Wednesday there on New Year's Day, we'll struggle to even get out of the upper 30s, staying below average for the first week of January with above average temperatures out west. For today, though, that round of rain moves through during the midday and afternoon. It'll also be a little bit breezy today. That continues into tonight. Just some lighter showers during the overnight hours. Definitely don't expect anything too heavy. And there's a look at your full 7-day forecast. So we get that little bit of a break on Monday. That next system moves through New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, dropping our temperatures for the start of January.